guys, gals, and other pals. How we all doing today? I've upgraded. We've got a camera. Oh, the camera's over there. We got our mic. We've got our hot smash of the week for D West, sort of. It's one of them. We are working with Rooster Pizza, WBP versus 210 Blechman Street. Should be quite the exciting matchup. Blechman used to be in the E division with us seasons ago. Now everyone's up in D. That means everyone's getting better, so we should have some exciting gameplay between these folks today. First thing we can go ahead and look at, let's take a look at how the standings are right now. Going into the game today. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and highlight what's going on here. So we've got those two. So you have Rooster Pizza. They've got one extra point on Blechman Street. Remember, everyone's got 4 points from a team that withdrew earlier in the C zone. And so I don't think Blechman Street's played. They might have had a match already this week. Not entirely sure. But we've gotten 2 matches so far for Rooster Pizza. They had a good week 1. They went 1-2. Last week they got beat up a little bit. Let's see if they've got their shiz together for a comeback this week against some old division rivals in Blechman Street. We're going to go ahead and switch on over to the map select so we can go over what we did. Rooster Pizza chose map pick. They won the coin flip. So they chose the map pick. They got rid of Braxis and Sky Temple. Blechman Street got rid of Dragonshire and Towers of Doom. Rooster Pizza chose Infernal Shrines. That is where we are headed to start. We are all filing into the lobby, getting ready for game 1 between these wonderful folks. Should be exciting. I hear the Rooster Pizza's got some tricks up their sleeve. Oh, I know what I have to fix before I lose it. I have to change this to that so that I can do this. There we go. We are looking good. Well, Gina, you are updating my screen for you so we get all the nice little pop-ups for you to show everyone the heroes so I don't have to talk about it because I hate it. I'd rather talk about what's about to happen. We got Toast. And we got Shane. And we got a Dr. J. So it looks like we're all set here. And we are ready to log in to the first draft of the evening. Not before I swap my screens around a bit. Set that up right there, and wrong screen, wrong screen. OBS, please switch to the draft phase for me. Thank you very much. Hop back into the game feed. There we go. Snap on, snap off. And we have got a Hogger band to start from the side of Blechman Street. Stukov band on the side of Rooster Pizza, and we are flinging bands rapid fire. People have done their homework. They know what they want. They know what they don't want to see. Orphea, this follow-up band, So I know Hogger is a Shane Special Orphea, piloted by a couple folks on Rooster Pizza. Stukov is a good general ban, and Illidan, uh, gotten rid of by Rooster Pizza. Must be some kind of snipe for sure. And in first pick Tychus. Uh, the Joanna to get the blinds for the Tychus is a good follow-up, and a Phoenix. I have suffered many a loss to Denominator's Phoenix. He is difficult to ban out. Uh, so we've got a Tychus, a Phoenix, and a Malfurion. I'm interested to see what build the Phoenix goes. I'm a fan of the auto attack Phoenix. Straight up, just the quick fire mode, not the phase cannon. Um, but Phoenix is pretty versatile. Also, his ultimate. You know, everyone likes to go with the missiles. It's a much safer pick, but there's something to be said of when you get to enjoy a good old planet cracker into some stuff, which they could be looking for with the CC granted to them by the Malfurion. A Muradin ban from the side of Rooster Pizza, followed by an Anduin ban. Still not, still not a fan of the Anduin ban. I don't think there's anything uh, on tape that says Anduin should be a worry from the side of Rooster Pizza, but he's still just a general solid ban. So coming in with the Varian and a Brightwing. Brightwing slipping through the ban phase here is pretty rare. We've got the Anub coming through for Loido and Artanis. We've got a bunch of Protoss fellas on the side of Blechman Street. I love to see it. And what will we round out Rooster Pizza's comp here with? It looks like they need another DPS or maybe a Bruiser if you want to get real silly and go for the Twin Blades variant. Now we end it with a Jaina for the side of Doc J. Give them a couple seconds to swap their heroes around if they so desire, but it doesn't look like any of that's going to happen. We do have Shane on Joanna, which is a bit of a role swap for the side of Rooster Pizza, so let's see how that impacts their ability to bring home a win this week. I've heard some nice things about it, but we are going ahead and getting in, swapping over to the main game screen. Entering game one for our boys here. All right. I just got to pop up here, and now if I hit this fancy button, you'll see the heroes pop up for you. On the blue side, you've got 210 Blechman Street, and on the right side, you've got Rooster Pizza. Welcome back, Pato. Excited to see what we get here for our first match of the day. Take a peek at some talents as they roll out. Beetle build for a noob. We've got Broccoli build for Malfurion. The Q build off Phoenix. Nothing for Artanis yet. And the Dash talent for Tychus. Looking pretty solid. Follow up Hyper Shift for Brightwing. Oh, I hit the button to give only one side view, and now I hate it. And I've got to fix the up. I think I can. I got to find the right button, but they are meeting mid. They all hit the Malfurion roots right off the bat. The Phoenix is already left to go off lane, and Rooster Pizza is not able to capitalize on it. I just want to get some proper vision. I will fix the vision. I'm so sorry, but we are following down here. on the 4 here. They're going to go for their camp. Gives me a second to try to figure out how to get my vision back, and I will work on that. 2 seconds. I'm so sorry. We need to get rid of the fog of war, and I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Vision, vision, vision. I don't know how to... Oh, no. It's... Alright, well, we're going to work on it. We don't have any camps taken from the side of anyone yet. Everyone kind of gave up as they scuffled a little bit. I'll just keep swapping the... I think my cat's not helping. I don't know where we're at with division. I'm so sorry. Rooster Pizza comes back down to snag the camp down here. Finally locking that one down. So does Blechman Street, so they're on pace with each other. Are they going to scuffle down here for the other camp? I need to figure out these observer controls. I hate it. They are fighting over the bottom camp. The Artana swoops in. There's a root on 3 folks. They all try to leave, but the Valet gets cut down. Joanna's in trying to buy some space. The Brightwing is locked up behind enemy lines. Doesn't have the shift to get out from the Z. That's 2 down as a scuffle for the siege camp in the bot lane. Blechman Street with a quick 2-0 kill lead and the XP advantage to be about 75% up. Varian we want to see what he went, and he goes Smash Varian, which was expected as he's in the offlane. He will cut through the Phoenix. He gets the Shield Breaker talent later, which will help him fight the Phoenix better off. But for now, we fight off the extra camp from the bot lane, but Blechman Street's already pushed off the Pizza camp and still has 2 of their own siege camp in mid lane as the Shrine activates up top. I'm going to try to figure out my hotkey real quick and I don't, that's not it. I need, nope, options. There it was, but I don't want to look at that now. The Bruiser camp gets taken by Blechman Street as the Shrine activates up top. It is going to be a Arcane Punisher. And Blechman Street is going to go ahead and snag the Jaina as she rotates up, but she manages to get away from the Artana swap. That's 4 members of Blechman Street up here. And, oh, there. We're zoomed out again. I don't know how I unzoomed out, but we've got better. The Colossus smash onto Anubarak, gets away with the tunnel. Phoenix steps up, pushes Pato and a Brightwing out of the way, and they're pushed off of the objective, only having 15 as they had a little bit of time when they went after the failed gank on Jaina. But now you have to fight through the Bruiser camp as they are up here taking the objective, which I still can't see. I'm going to go ahead and try to fix that right now. And I don't see the buttons, so that is great. Mouse and keyboard, nope, I am lost. We're dead. We're all advanced. Oh, here we go. Observer, give me follow player. Nope, observe. Clear selection. That's not actually how that's going to work. I didn't think so. Okay, we'll get it. Oh, nope. Alright, well, the camp's taken. And so is the objective. So the Bruiser camp's going to help to defend against the Arcane John Cena coming against the wall. The wall's gone, but the towers are here, so that's not bad. But it is going to let Blechman Street follow up if John Cena gets a big stun onto them. Shane steps up and tanks it. Well done. He's the only one. The Colossus smash onto Anu, but he walks away as the root comes out to lock up the Varian. And there, Blechman Street's just going to tear down the wall while Rooster Pizza works on taking down the Punisher. And you have Phoenix down here in the bot lane handling his business. So still about a level lead for Blechman Street. And but they only lose the wall and about a third of health on the fort, so not awful. Everyone should be coming down here screaming for the camps. I did see Tychus disappear down into the woods. I'm losing my mind because I want to see both sides of this thing, and it's driving me nuts. I'm so sorry. I've got some... Is that... Kudos. There you go. we've got some help from the gallery, and we've opened up our vision finally, so we can watch again as Bleakman Street steps in and pushes off Pizza from their siege camp here in the mid lane. That's Vala going down again, which is how many deaths so far? That's 2 deaths on her, stacking Creed of the Hunter talent, so she's quickly losing that bonus before she's even had a chance to get to her 16 when it turns on. But Pizza did get the camp. We're looking at 10 talents coming in for Bleakman Street. We do get Planet Cracker, glorious, Cocoon, Tranquility, a Purifier Beam, and an Odin. So someone's going to get hit with a whole lot of ordnance if they get locked up by the roots. And now we have 10s coming in for the side of Pizza as we clear out the mid, and we're looking for the fight here. You have Blink Heal. The Iron Skin saves Joanna from the engage. The Ring of Frost goes down, gets 2 people. They've got good follow-up here. Good Blizzard, and that is a Malfurion down without the Tranquility being popped. The Planet Cracker comes through to dissuade the follow-up. Joanna grabs 2 people. Phoenix is spinning his laser around trying to get away. Anub is being, and Artanis being pushed back by the Varian. A good engage by the side of Rooster Pizza. That is a 1-for-0, and they equal out the levels with the XP. So they're in a decent spot. The only difference on the map right now being the health on the fort in the top lane as Varian and Anub fight. And we've got Dung Beetle running for his life from the big shaman guy, summoner Bruiser Camp. And they'll take that to offset the pressure of the shrine down below. We don't know what color it is yet, so we don't know what we're looking at. And Rooster Pizza doesn't have much to look for here, other than, are they going to race up to defend here against the Bruiser camp first? They clear the mid wave. Artanis sneaks back down. And Varian gets dove on as the Bruiser camp begins to push. Rooster Pizza decides they've just got to try to get what they can out of the objective quick. Unfortunately, the Skelly Grubbies don't spawn fast enough for you to make a dent before the rest of Bleakman Street shows up, and you've got to give it up. You want to dive the ring gets 2 people, but it's too late because Anub's already in the back line, and Jaina goes down as Joanna gets cocooned up. She should get locked up as soon as she comes out. That's the roots for her to walk out. She doesn't have the Iron Skin. She drops right in front of the gate as Brightwing watches his tank fall. And now Bleakman Street's going to go ahead and clean up this objective. The Varian is able to clear out the Bruiser camp, but not before they get the fort. And so Pizza's decided, you know what, let's go get the Bruiser camp to try to offset while we can, but I mean, this is a chance where, you've got this camp. You could really just get this to 39 out of 40 Skelligrubbies and lock down these camps and prep this wall for the John Cena to come out. And that's what they're doing. They're gonna make sure this camp gets taken. They leave Phoenix on the objective. They're not rushing the objective down. And now, do you fight here? Pizza's backs away. Bleakman walks away. And now you've got 2 siege camps out. And it was a frozen Punisher, so they're letting that go. I mean, they got to clear the mid too, but they are all over the map. This frozen Punisher is going to get incredible value if they don't answer this. The frozen Punisher does turn the building off, and he's already jumped forward, and no one's there to fight for the fort. So now they've already burned the jump from the Punisher, but he's turned off the entire front wall. Varian's up front, up top, and there's the Planet Cracker from downtown to follow up on the stun from John Cena, but they're able to walk away. But that's the wall going down, and the Punisher's still fighting. They get him down before he locks up the fort, and now Bleakman Street goes ahead and turns away. But Varian's coming in for the collapse. Everyone's mounted up, and Varian can't make a move because they're still working on the siege camp that's over here. Varian's about to get caught out from what the play he was going to make. I mean, he smashed, but he did not smash hard enough. The Odin comes out to take down the final frontline fort on the side of Pizza, and there's really nothing here for Pizza to do. Joanna gets cocooned up again. The Ring of Frost whiffs completely. Artanis looking for a swap, doesn't chooses not to go for one, and that's the fort down with zero rebuttal from the side of Pizza. It looks like Shane's looking for something. Only grabs the Malfurion. He doesn't have the shield up though, and Malfurion walks away with low health. And that's it. Blechman says they finally have enough, and they depart from the back line walls of Rooster Pizza, who has a gaping wound in their bot lane as far as their keep is concerned. Their mid, the wall is holding, but the towers are destroyed, so there's not actually much of a defense there anymore. And top is still quite pure. But there's a lot of blue on the map as they're grabbing all of the camps, cleaning up everything that's on the map to come up. We don't see anything here. We got a minute on these siege camps, 30 seconds on the pizza camp, and this one comes up in 5, but there's no world where Pizza wants to do that down 2 levels and down a talent tier. This isn't how you get caught up on XP though. You're gonna, if you 5-man right now, you're still down. It's safe. It's safe for your fight, but they're also 5-manning on the side of Blechman Street, and so you'll never get the XP. You'll never gain the XP back. Blechman just takes the camps as they spawn at this point. Pizza has nothing to do other than try to just hold the line and clear the waves out as fast as they can as a 5-man, just to make sure that the waves are in a decent state. But like I said, this isn't going to set you up for the fight here at the shrine at I don't know if they hit 16 on clearing these waves. It's going to be close. And if you're not 16, there's no world where you want to take that fight. Blechman Street crashes into the top lane wall with the help of the Bruiser camp, while Phoenix is off getting the siege camp on the friendly side. And that's it. They take the wall. That's enough. They leave the Bruiser camp to die in battle. And now Pizza has to take this Bruiser camp just to get 16, which is going to let Blechman Street get stabilized and set up, ready to fight at the objective. And they're going to have a very good lead where they may not even need to worry about fighting off Rooster Pizza because they can just get the objective quick enough. But they're 16. They're coming in. Manicore comes out for Vala, so she's hit a bit more of a spike, but the Iron Skin comes out from Joe after the roots have already hit her, and they're looking, and the Cocoon's out on Joe. The ring hits Anub and Artanis, but the Phoenix is on the back line with the laser spinning around. The Anub goes down. Brightwing falls in the aftermath. Blechman Street is all clumped up, and they just can't. The ball is too large for Pizza to cut through. Varian falls, Brightwing, Joanna. The 2 DPS are left on the side of Pizza, but Jaina gets caught out by the swap. She's running for her life. Jaina doesn't even have Ice Block yet, so she's toast when the roots hit her, and now it's down to the Vala, who still has only died twice, so she's got a little bit of bonus left, but she's at half health, and this Mortar Punisher is level 19, is going to do work. I don't know if Pato's friends can get back in time to support the defense here. You've got the Brightwing coming up, you've got Varian, but you've got pressure on top, mid, and the bottom wave's about to crash as well. So Valak did get up to full health. So here comes the last fight. Can Rooster Pizza live up to the namesake that they are from and put up an epic defense? The Joanna snags 3 with the Condemned. They manage to get the Phoenix. It's huge. Do they get the Malfurion? The defense is coming in hot and heavy. They're going to lock down the Artanis. It's 3 down. And the Mortar Punch, the laser on Varian, he walks away from it with the parry, and everyone gets away. But the Punisher will tickle the shields of the core, and that's not bad. It's an overcommit from the side of Blechman Street, but they still hit 20, a level and a half ahead of Pizza. Now, you don't have a lot of time, but you also don't have a lot of options on the map right now. As these camps come up, you might be able to start taking these. Pato leading the charge into this bottom camp. Please tell me you're not the first one into this bush, Pato. Okay, he checks it with the Hungering Arrow, but the camp's already taken and they're out. So they wipe through this camp. Now take yours. Hurry up and take yours. You've got you've got cats coming in the top lane, which now have a freeway in, and your remaining keeps are very low. The looks like Bleakman's going to grab their Bruiser camp on spawn, and Rooster Pizza now. I think you got to move with the siege camp. Can you get this other siege camp? If you get this other siege camp and you fight with two siege camps, you're not in bad shape. But Bleakman Street's going to come running. They're looking for a bush play, but Shane anchors and everyone steps forward for the camp anyway, so whatever surprise is there, it's not there. And that's a Planet Cracker, 4 people. Anoop comes over the wall. The camp isn't taken. Everybody runs. Jaina's stuck in a cocoon forever from the Anoop. Toastmaster jumps in with the Colossal Smash. It's not going bad, but no health bars are dropping. Big ring on 3 people, but Varian and Jaina are already down, and the Pizza has to back off. I, I get it, but it just felt like a lot. It was definitely a play. I feel like I might have done the same thing in their shoes, but the fact that Shane anchored the bush and the rest of his team stepped up into the camp, just there's some miscommunication there or something, because I don't think that was it. Bleakman Street remembers that anything with a pizza in its name knows how to defend, and they are doing it proper this time, getting all the keeps down. They engage on the Brightwing, who blink heals out of it, manages to walk away as the frozen orbs from the Nexus come out to start locking up the people on Bleakman Street. Brightwing's running for his life, down to 200 HP. Vala goes down right as Jaina and Varian are about to come up, and that with Joanna down, I don't know if you're able to mount a defense at this point anymore. All the keeps are down. Cats are pouring in. Odin's coming out, dropping, I'd say, the big red button, but he's just got the overkill talent, and that is all for game 1 on the side of Bleakman Street, scoring the victory there. It was a good start, and then it feels like after the first shrine, Pizza just kind of lost their way. So let's go ahead and bring up the stat screen for our buddy, and we can look at some damage numbers. Not bad. Vala out damaging the Phoenix and being on top, but just unable to score some of the critical kills in those fights. The healing much closer than we've seen before, especially on the side of Pizza. Cranky keeping up almost enough with the Malfurion, but I feel like the burst heals from Malfurion getting big value from the Moonfires to keep his team topped off in some of those critical scenarios, really paying dividends for him. The XP, Phoenix just really doing work in the off lane, which, yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. I've played against Denominator enough times to know. And Joe coming up big with the XP share on the side of Pizza. So probably got to rework what we're looking at as far as the off lane, because that's your tank. So that is it for game 1. Put that down in the books. Update the score. Wait, I gotta hit this button. Update, and then that should, yeah, mark that one for, oh, I marked it wrong. They didn't win. Hold on. So sorry. We're gonna fix that point. It's supposed to go to Bleakman Street, not Rooster Pizza. And we'll wait to see what they are doing. In the meantime, let's take a look-see at my beautiful face as we continue to chat about the aftermath of that game. Real big CC follow-ups from all of the side of Bleakman Street, kind of as we thought was going to happen. Roots led into big ol' Odin blasts, followed by Planet Crackers, so definitely Bleakman was executing on what I thought their plan would be. The smash was good, and to a noob, they definitely did some damage to whittle down the engaged tank on the side of Bleakman Street, but they couldn't get a a solid fight going otherwise outside of the uh, that base defense where they were able to catch them a little bit overextended. So looks like Rooster Pizza has chosen the map pick again, and they are going to Tomb of the Spider Queen. So let's go ahead and tweak that on out. So Tomb of the Spider Queen, picked by Red once more. And we'll go ahead and put that up on the board for everyone to see right there so we can follow along at home, which is what we're all here to do. Uh, and I'm going to hop into the lobby right quick. And looks like seeing if there's been any roster swaps or subs put in. Looks like the teams are going to stay with the same players going into game 2. I know both of these teams have quite the rosters. So the option is there to sub out a player or two if you feel like it might help your chances at winning, of course. But looks like we are readied up, about to hop over to the game 2 of the evening. Remember, Rooster Pizza picked Tomb of the Spider Queen, so Blechman Street is going to have first pick and first ban on the draft as we switch over to the draft screen here. Hopefully, I won't screw up and we'll have proper Fog of War vision for the first half of Game 2. Let's see if we get any reactionary bans out of either team. Sticking with the Orphea ban. Fair enough. I don't really know if anything on the side of Pizza was super threatening. They keep the Stukov ban. So they really didn't think anything was scary on the side of Blechman Street either. No adaptations just yet. But we're on Tomb of the Spider Queen, so it's a little bit smaller of a map, and it's not quite so macro intensive. And they keep the Hogger ban as well, so nothing changing from the bans for Blechman Street. Do they keep the Illidan ban? Do you think the Illidan was scary enough to keep it? No, they don't want to deal with the Phoenix, absolutely. But from personal experience, I know you can't ban out that Denominator guy. He's going to have some tricks up his sleeve. So let's see what the bag of goodies has for us from them and where the first pick priority goes to this time for Blechman Street. Still the Tychus. I think Tychus was fine. I don't think he really got, punished much or anything. The Joanna had a hard time trying to keep him blind. Like the Anub knew to cocoon the Joanna. The roots kind of kept her back, so she couldn't really keep on the Tychus the way I'm sure she wanted to. In ETC. Okay. And they steal the Malfurion. I personally, I don't like Malfurion picks when you don't know what the enemy comp is yet, because they can hover a bit more range to really negate the power of the Malfurion. So, I mean, right now, Tychus is short range enough. It's not awful. Asmodan, if he ever gets rooted, I don't. I guess it happens, but, like, it shouldn't. They commit to the Illidan ban on the side of Pizza. And we'll see what we got left. So you still need some damage dealers. You need an offlaner for the side of Pizza, and we're looking for. I wouldn't get baited. I'm going to say a healer and another DPS, because I'm sure Denominator's taking that Asmodan into the offlane to do some work once again, especially on Tomb, because he can hit most of the map even when he is offlaning in the bot lane. So whether it's with his orbs or helping with the demon general or lieutenant or whatever rank that guy is. So we're getting A Blaze and a Falstad. It's those are two chunky boys to play into a Tychus, and you've got no blinds. So, that being said, Bleakman Street sees your Malfurion roots and says that's fine, and follows up with Varian and Uther. Um, so you've got a whole squad of frontline beef with the Joe, Varian, and Uther coming running at you. And Joanna's Iron Skin can ignore it, and Uther, if I had to guess, is probably going to go Hand of Freedom at 7. And the Kel'Thuzad comes in as the final pick for Rooster Pizza. I think that's a good choice into the front line that Bleakman has drafted. And I know Kel'Thuzad is Toast's choice pick. He didn't have a great showing on it week 1. Let's hope we get that turned around as we launch into game 2 and we swap on over to our in-game map. You know, I didn't keep up with the heroes either, so I'm gonna try real quick, but I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna call it out this time. I'm going to call it out because I'm not going to get wrapped up in the toys. So on the blue side for Bleakman Street, Lloydo on Uther, Mr. Bagabee on Joanna, Denominator on Asmodan, Slow Cheetah on Varian, and Dung Beetle on Tychus again. And for your Rooster Pizza WBP, Cranky Rhino on Malfurion, Shane on ETC, Pato on Falstad, Toast Monster on Kel'Thuzad, and Dr. J on the Blaze. And looking at this, Varian is already not having anything with the standard mid-fight. So he will depart. And wait, no. Because I don't want to do what I did last time. We've got the talents up. So the Uther has the... that is the regular devotion talent. So he's just got to reduce damage with devotion, and he will proc his quest. A big condemn loops them all together, but Kel'Thuzad roots a couple down and gets a good amount of damage out. Blaze is down to half health as he walks away, and that should be about it. Tychus gets locked up pretty hard right here. The CC chain is impressive, but the damage isn't there yet, so he's able to walk away. Toast Monster coming down critically low to under 200 HP. Joanna goes the blind build. Gluttony on the Asmodan, so that's the hero stacking and hero cooldown once he finishes the quest. Lion's Maw on Varian, and the dash talent again on the Tychus as the 4 rotate up. Blaze got to be careful because 2 went bottom. Bleakman Street running around all over the place. Rooster Pizza rotating as a 4-man between top and middle. You have the sleep roots. You've got block parties that gives everyone a stacks of block when ETC does stuff. Gathering Storm on the Falstad is already popping off pretty well. 13 hero touches there. Plague Lands, I am a fan of Q build on Kel'Thuzad myself. Do they get to CC on the Variant here before he hits level 4? They get just shy. Just shy. And you have new habits on Blaze for the Unstoppable during Pyromania. I'm personally not a fan of that. I'd rather go the shield or the attack speed, but I'm usually tank Blaze, so what do I know? No one's looking for camps yet. XP lead a smidge in favor of Bleakman Street as they go for the fabled micro turn-ins, as both teams hit 4 at about the same time. And looks like Rooster Pizza has a smidge extra up on the gems for the moment. And they clash mid, but nobody gets to CC anybody. So we're looking... The big things we're looking out for is the stacks on Kel'Thuzad. Gets a whole lot there. Doesn't get any of the follow-up damage yet. Once he gets his Glacial Spike, he'll be able to get a lot more of the stacks going. At 15 stacks, he gets his Glacial Spike. And at 30, he gets the big spell power boost. As they lock up the Tychus, they might get the damage has to walk away for Rooster Bacon Pizza. ETC going in hard, trying to full send it for the Tychus. They aren't able to lock him up again. And Toast Monster stepping up, going for the chain. He gets 2 more there. Isn't able to connect with the Frost Nova. But they are fighting a little bit better. Asmo again gets the dunk on quite a few. He's at 134 stacks at 3 minutes already. That is disgusting. As ETC walks away with low health, he's pushed back by the Tychus. Gets dunked on, but doesn't go anywhere. He's got 26 gems, so Shane's going to try to turn in, I'm sure, somewhere. Blaze steps up to soak the mid while the fight was going on up top, and ETC's looking for his turn in. But they are looking to follow him. Blaze manages to buy him the space. I don't remember the W name from Uther, just barely misses stopping him from turning in, and we've got an even gem state. Varian, however, did go down here to take the camp as Tychus falls in the mid lane. Finally, they're able to kill him. The chain's just missing on Uther as he walks away, and they back off for their bruiser camp here. Pizza soaking. They should be first to hit 7, but they're not looking at their camp. Blaze looking to fight the Varian. That smash is going to do work on Blaze, though. Both teams have enough to turn in now, so do they try to do that? Because Rooster Pizza is going to be in a world of hurt when that bruiser camp spawns and comes rushing at them. They're trying to set up their top lane, get some prio, probably looking for the turn in up top, but Varian's looking for a turn in of 15. Doc sees it, pushes him out. ETC's down here to help him out, try to get this turn in going. And we are meeting in the middle again as the bruiser camp pushes into the mid wall. Doc J isn't able to turn in either, but we did get 10 more in from someone on the side of Pizza. And Asmodan gets a turn in. So now we're 40 and 36. They catch the Varian here. There's no DPS to follow up on it, so they dissuade the turn-ins from both sides again. ETC gets Hammer of Justice as he walks away, and now they stare at each other through the fog vents. No one gets to turn in here. Varian's doing it. No one's going to... Doc J tries to step up, and he's going to pop and lose all of his gems. Pizza comes in. Shane sliding in to grab him. The power where Echo, Cord, whatever, bam, knockback, and boops them all out of the way. He manages to save all of those gems from Doc. But now you've got the Spiders coming in for Blechman Street with a half-level lead. And no one's up top to stop this Spider as we defend bot. The Colossal Smash goes on to Falstad, who drops. And that's the power of Varian pre-10 when he has his ult and you don't. ETC gets a stun out, but no damage behind him to clean up this Uther as Kel'Thuzad's defending mid. And Asmodan is having his way with the top fort. Kel'Thuzad finishes his first half of the stacking talent to get his Glacial Spike out. But he dies. But his phylactery is filled up, so he comes back. He does lose the lifesteal from his abilities by draining the phylactery to come back. But we have 10s for Blechman Street. Divine Shield. Alright, we like it. That'll back up your Varian diving in with Colossal Smash. I approve. Blessed Shield, as one does. Tide of Sin for the Q on Asmodan. Shield Wall to give Varian the survivability when he dashes in with his Smash. And now we have the Power of the Sun, but in your pocket. Laser Drill for Tychus. As 2 people are in the bottom camp. And you see this is a 5v2, and Pizza still is they're wary about pulling the trigger, but they get the turn in. So now, what can they do with this? You've lost your top fort on the last push, so you've got to make a statement here. All 5 are bottom. Blaze finishing his Pyromania talent can now go unstoppable when he pops his D. But it's 4v5 down here, right? I'm not an idiot. Yeah, I don't... Oh, Varian's below them. I'm so dumb. Shane taking a lot of damage as that he walks up. A Hinterland Blast from Falstad is not enough to dissuade anybody. They get the Malfurion, and Joanna walks through the Frost Nova with her Iron Skin up. Shane hasn't picked an ultimate yet, so I imagine he'll go mosh pit for this. The Varian, they walk up knowing the Varian's still around, and he just gets free access to the back line. ETC walking away. We see the Shadow Fisher come through from Kel'Thuzad to get the people off his butt, but there's the mosh pit from Shane, only locking up 2 people as they walk into it. There's some damage here. You wish the Hinterlands Blast was still up. They could have got the Tychus. ETC goes down as the spiders are defended by the side of Blechman Street, and now the fight has gone to shambles as Kel'Thuzad walks away. Tyke is still stepping up with no health, but there's really no threat with Falstad still 8 seconds away. Or not Falstad, I'm sorry, ETC. They don't really have commit here. So they're looking at each other, not knowing each other's there. They see the Varian. They step up. They're going to lock him down, but the shield wall's there to block a bunch of the incoming damage right away. Toastmonster steps up with literally no health. The combustion comes out from Blaze, hits 3 people for some big slow, but they still they're not able to kill any of their targets. That's Blaze going down now too. Falstad tries to get the Hinterlands Blast off, but not before the sword gets jammed down his Griffin's throat. And they're going to go take boss. They've got turn in. Joe's starting the boss, so they're going to... Oh, we've got a DC on the... pause, resume. Pause again. As we wait a moment for our Malfurion to reconnect. You know, so... yeah, you know, they're gonna get the turn in here. No, who's got them all? Well, all the gems are actually up top, so it doesn't look like they're gonna turn in. They're gonna get the boss first. And Rooster Pizza's scrambling to get back on the map. This was close a couple minutes ago, and now it's nearly a 2.5 level lead. You know, so that's where we're at. It looks like we are reconnected, and we're counting down. So hop back into the action in just a moment as we finish the countdown for everyone to prime their fingies and get ready. The boss is down to 30% health as Rooster Pizza gets back onto the board, and they go for the bruiser camp as a boss is now going to come crashing down top lane. And let's see, does Blechman turn in? They should. They've got gems. With the boss pressuring, that spider's going to spawn all the way up the front line and get some real work done. Mid and bot are in okay spots. You've got the bruiser camp pushing up mid for Pizza, but they just abandon it. And so that's going to go down instantly and provide no defensive value against a spider. Bot lane's your best bastion of hope for a moment, but you've got to... I mean, they get the boss killed. It'll be done before the spider shows up, but then you'll have a spider right there at your front gate while mid is left to crumble in the dust. Bot lane is left to crumble in the dust. So you'll protect your top keep from the boss and the spider, but you're going to lose a lot. And, I mean, honestly, you're going to lose your mid wall here. There's really no world where this mid wall stays up. And you might even lose the bottom wall because they've split into 3-2 to push the pressure up. They leave the spider to handle it, so maybe the mid wall's actually defended here. Oh my. Am I lagging out now? Oh. Well, that's bizarre. I'm not sure what's happening. Well, I guess we'll just swap this screen over. I do still have some internet, right? Yeah, I'm chatting. I don't know why I'm reconnecting. I didn't unconnect. So, I'm not, we're just gonna go to, just gonna cut to this screen real quick while we try to see what's happening here. I don't even know if I can quit and get back in here. I am so sorry. Well, this is a kick in the nards. Let's see if I can... Wait. Yeah. Let's see if I can... hop back into the game to force it to reconnect. I don't really know what that was about. Oh. The whole enemy team DC'd as well is what I'm being told. I'm going to try to hop back in and see what's happening. Trying to rejoin. And looks like we are back in. I don't get to talk into the all chat, but dead game is dead, I guess. I don't know what to say about all that as the trying to advise them. All right, and we are back in. Okay. Well, everyone's rejoined the game, and the aftermath of whatever that was is the mid wall still has a tower, and the bot wall has been broken through as Pizza begins to fight back. I'm switching it. I know. I thought about it as soon as I said it. We're back into the game phase. Don't yell. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. I'm so sorry. I saw it. And we are. Let's hop back and see what's happening. They take the siege camp down here. In the aftermath of Rooster Pizza, just trying to clear their lanes up as quick as they can. They actually have enough gems for a turn-in. Shane dumps 44 off at the egg altar. So they have... Do they have enough on any one person to get it? They don't. They need 2 people to turn in to get the spider summons. And Blechman Street isn't having none of that. They are going to block the top turn-in as Pizza has to defend against both of the camps marching in mid and bottom lane. Gluttony quest is finished. Well, Gluttony and Annihilation, I suppose, is the actual baseline talent for Asmodan. So he's going to really start punching a hole through Pizza with landing those dunks. Blaze trying to clear out bot lane on his own. I mean, they're a level down. They could try to stall for 16, but they're down 2.5, almost 3 levels again. So if you stall for 16, Bleakman Street's going to be dangerously close to 20s again. So this is straight up Q build from Uther on the talents down here as they get ready here. You've got the Banner of Storm on Varian giving everyone movement speed to really crash into the front line of Rooster Pizza. And the gems are going the way. 1 gem shy for Bleakman Street as Rooster Pizza huddles as a 5-man ball. Trying to get, they've just ticked over to 16, so now is your time to fight. But again, They've got enough for the turn-in, so now you've got 16s, but you've got to weather one more onslaught from the spider summons. Anything you've got imposing presence from ETC that'll buy a little bit of damage reduction. Uh, he's going a hybrid build for the Falstad, and the Kel'Thuzad not really going full into the Q build, which is what I was hoping to see because I'm a fan, but not quite there. And so we embrace the first spider. They are saving their top keep. It is the more important lane being the boss lane, but all 5 members show up mid with the spider and the movement. A Hinterland blast out to clear the wave, but that's your big DPS follow up on the CC of Blaze and ETC. Like, I don't know if I like it being used that way. You protect mid, so the value's there, but if you try to fight here when you're on the talent tier, you're down a huge damage tool. Um, I mean, so they'll that's and the smash comes out on the Malfurion as they all step up. That is a huge mosh pit, locking up 2 folks. The D shield onto Uther to get him away. That mosh pit just saved the defense for Rooster Pizza. Shane coming in clutch on that after the Malfurion drops. Massive to set up the Kel'Thuzad damage. If only you had a Hinterland's Blast behind it. But huge, huge mosh pit from ETC. That's your TSM turning point of the game if they get something together. They get their bruiser camp. They've got 84 gems. You've got to go for the boss. You got to go for the boss, and you got to get the turn in, and you've got to make something happen here. But they're afraid to have someone turn in alone. Kel'Thuzad's anchoring, not doing any damage to the boss right now. Blechman Street's running around grabbing all the camps to make sure that if they do get the boss in the turn in, that nothing's in a good position for them anyway. I I guess slow and steady, but now you're down 20s, and so you're gonna turn in. And you've given them time to stabilize against this turn in, and you've got camps pushing. That bruiser is going to push through the spider and take mid. You've got to throw all your chips in the top lane here. A huge dunk hitting 4 people, and Doc J goes in for a combustion, but gets absolutely wiffle batted on the way out. Tranquility's popped to help everyone out. Doc J is barely hanging on the life. Everyone else pretty topped off, but they don't have the tools otherwise. And now, like, yeah, you have to go back and clear your waves because these spiders are not gonna do it for you. And even if they do, you get no value. So the fort goes down. Hey, that's a plus. But yeah, that's it. The tank is empty now, and now you gotta get to 20. And how do you get to 20 at this point? The spider will die before it even gets to the wall. Doesn't even get the wave out. They come down to push with the bottom one, but again, this bottom one's going to time out before it even gets to the wall again. Blechman Pizza just hustles down the mid lane while they all show bot and takes that mid keep. And I've I've seen wins come from less on this map. It's not easy, but the map is small enough that you're able to run it. You've got a back-to-back turn-in from Pizza, but you got nothing on that first one other than that fort. Here comes the ETC. He gets interrupted mid-mosh pit and isn't able to get the cast off. He drops, and you've got Malfurion running off. The Hinterland's Blast comes out, but doesn't have the same effect as a Gust would have there. That's horrifying. That mosh pit would have been another huge one, but he got interrupted during the cast of it and just wasn't able to finish, and then he just had no way out. And that's kind of the bummer of an ETC. It's a one-way trip if it doesn't work. The chains misses. Kel'Thuzad still hasn't hit 30 stacks on his baseline talent, so he's missing a lot of power, which is a shame. You've got to clear the waves, and so we've hit 20s. The D shield is an AoE D shield now, which is going to be huge for Mosh Pit. The big team-wide shield from Joanna. The variant jumps in, it manages to shield wall and get out, just dissuades everyone. Big dunk from Asmodan. The big smash is going to hit everyone in the circle. Diodes is huge, mega range. And they walk out. So all the keeps are down. And now your backs are against the wall if you're Rooster Pizza, and you've got to make a play. You can't defend. A defense is gonna be brutal with the wave states as they are, and being down. But the fact of the matter is, they're not getting the Blechman Street's not getting any stronger than you outside of just a flat stat buff from being a couple levels up. But there's no more talent disadvantages, so you can take a fight on an even keel and go for it. But you've got the upgraded Tranquility. Here comes the 5-man. They're gonna rush this. They're fighting for it. Can we get a good mosh pit? He's got the back line. There's good lockdown on the front line. That's Uther down. The healer is down for Blechman Street. This could go okay. ETC fighting to stay alive. He also drops. He's got the death mosh locking up 2 people. The front line gets locked up by the Kel'Thuzad. The damage is coming out. The Q is almost at 200. Where's the Hinterlands Blast when you need it? There it goes. 2 people down. Pato finally gets the value out of the Hinterlands Blast that he wants. And you've got a 2 defending against a 4 of Pizza. All the pieces finally coming together in that fight. It looked really scary on that collapse, but they're able to fight in the choke point. But your core is exposed. So you've got to clean the waves. You have enough for a turn in. So how do they play this out? You've got 30 seconds on 2 of the members of Blechman Street. The boss comes up in 10 seconds. I'm interested to see what they do. You've got a turn in. You can get the spider summon, and you can get the boss. What do they choose? Are they just going to go for the turn in? I mean, it looks like they have to. But they've got this bruiser camp pushing mid now. These waves are awful. This turn in's only going to get them some breathing room. This push is really just not going to get any value. You need a couple more fights like that, and you need to be a lot more snap on the decision here. There's nothing here. These spiders, I hate to beat the dead horse. You're gonna get nothing out of this. It's just a little bit extended here. I mean, Blechman Street is strong enough that they could just push through and threaten the core, while Pizza tries to push a lane out. I get it, and you go top, so you try to make some space, so you can go for a boss play next. But now you've got two catapults threatening mid, and this bottom spider is going to be cleaned up. So they're throwing all their chips on pushing along with top. If they can get the keep down with the spider, it'll be big. But the spider's at half health already. And you don't have any cats coming mid for Pizza. So here comes the fight. We're going to look for the mosh pit. If we can get another big mosh pit and another couple big shadow fishers out of Kel'Thuzad, we could turn again. Varian looking for the flank again. So watch the back line. They're going to blow up the Tychus. He's out, but the D-Shield comes out to keep him alive. Combustion. Here comes the mosh pit on the back line. 2 people down. The Joe's shield pops out. Her 20 is down. The Hinterlands whiffs on everybody. The ETC goes down. The Deathmarsh gets everybody. This is going to be huge. You've got Joanna down, Uther down. Varian gets away by the skin of his teeth. And now take this keep. You've got to tear this keep down. You've got to make this worth it. You don't have a wave behind you. Oh, you're 22. And it feels bad to walk away. But they'll go for the boss. But you've got to do it quick. Your Nexus is going to be under threat again. You've got multiple cats coming in hot. But you've got 4 on the boss. So the boss is going to come out, and the boss should be enough to tear down this keep if it pushes. Tychus is marching straight down mid lane. He's going to go threaten the core with the waves. But Rooster Pizza knows there's some shenanigans. So Kel'Thuzad's going to go and defend, but it might be late. The shield's already down on the core. Kel'Thuzad's going to come. He's got to clean up 4 catapults. and they are raining damage down onto the core. You've got 30%. You can't let that happen again. So the boss pushes in. I don't see a world where this doesn't take the keep. So you've at least got one lane that's going to have equal pressure. Pizza steps up to try to help the boss get it. That's enough. That's enough. What you did. Good play. So top lane is equalized. The rest of the map, we're still working on it, but Pizza has they've dug into the trenches and they're holding their ground, and they're almost to another turn in. They're halfway there, and they have about another 25% in the bank. This is how Tomb of the Spider Queen goes sometimes. It just gets crazy. So now we're going to clean out bot. They've got their bruiser camp pushing. Varian is back cleaning up the top wave. And so you would have seen them, but they're going okay, they're 5 manning down here for this siege camp. You've got the front line anchoring. But again, you've got to be careful because these guys can just sprint down a lane and threaten your core. It's not 100% health anymore. This core is essentially at half strength when you include the shield. So it is gonna be how do you juggle these? They're showing resilience. This is not what I expected from Pizza in this game. I thought the mental would have boomed at this point, but some solid mosh pits, some solid shadow fishers, and even that clutch Hinterlands from Pato earlier really turned the table. But Blechman is not to be trifled with. They are still ahead. They have a half of a level XP lead, and now they have enough for a turn in. Rooster Pizza needs 2 waves worth of gems to get their turn in yet, so they're close, but they're not as close as they'd like to be. And this could be if Pizza loses a fight, they're done. That there's no coming back. If they can pull a team fight win and get a turn in, it really could equalize things all over. Cranky Rhino taking half of his health from an Asmo dunk. Just the Asmo's dropping bombs on them from a distance. There's not much they can do to answer that right now. And there's 2 gems shy. Pizza looking for the turn in, but also Blechman. They've got enough, but it will take two turn-ins from them to get the summons. Where Rooster Pizza could get enough gems to get one person to do it. Uh, if Pato gets all, well, they have 6. They have enough to do it. Are they gonna try to race a turn in? Blaze trying to stop them. They're they're one shy. Pizza coming up one shy on the turn in again. It's heartbreaking. Blechman defending the top turn in point here. Shadowfisher comes out, but Shane didn't catch anyone with the ETC. And now you're fighting for 1 gem turn in for Pizza. 2 people still needed to turn in on the side of Blechman. They don't have enough. But now you've got the waves crashing onto the core. Pizza has to figure something out. They can't let it go. They've got the drops, but the drops aren't going to come down in time. The shield is going down on the core. The cats are going to crush it. They've put up this awesome defense to hold it, and the core, the Blaze gets back there just a smidge late. Ugh, a rock in a hard place. Anyone that's played HOTS has been in that position on Tomb of the Spider Queen, where you're bleeding out of every orifice, every wound, and you're trying to stop the bleeding from all the angles, and you just can't get enough to stop the bleeding on all sides. A mighty defense. The comeback was real. They were down literally all of their structures, and managed to make a push. It was, but that the omnipresent pressure from the waves just gets to be a lot. But huge effort from Pizza to make a mark in the sand. Let's see if if the folks at Bleakman Street wish to hang out and have a chat and discuss their victories. Reach out to reach out to the fellas and see if they'd wants to chat. Bring up the update all the points. Some pauses, some comebacks, some crazy shenanigans all sides. That was a game 2 for the books. Looking at these stats, there are no stats because whatever happened to everybody. So we will be left to wonder forever how everyone did. Um, that's a shame. Um, well, somebody won and somebody lost. So big big sads on the stats here. Because I wish we could have caught it before we exited the game. Uh,
Hello, hello.
should have hopped in and caught that. The stats are gone on game 2, and it is disappointing, my friend, because
Uh,
I would have liked to have seen it. I don't know if you guys have stats, but they are all zeros for me as the observer. So
uh, Asmo had ridiculous stats. I don't want to brag, but he had
I,
retarded
you know what? I wouldn't
stats.
have taken it as bragging at all. You were dropping some hard bombs on him. Congratulations on the win.
Yeah, that was fun. It's nice to be on the winning column. We've been getting completely crushed in the other games, so it's nice
I,
to win once.
yeah, I was gonna say I at first I thought you guys hadn't played, but then I think you guys have played. This is your second round,
It's our third round. We got
third.
completely wiped.
Oh,
Yeah.
this this is a different side of the Bleakman Street I haven't seen before. Than you guys getting crushed out. But you guys put up today. Game 1 was that went heartily in your guys' favor tonight.
Yeah, they didn't ban our Tychus and our Phoenix, which are some of our stronger heroes, so we were very happy about that.
You know what? If you watch it back, as soon as you draft the Phoenix, I was like, I've played against this Phoenix, and I know what's coming. My heart went out to Pizza on that, and I think as soon as they saw it, they should have remembered too. It was great. I love watching your offlane Phoenix. It's always I didn't have to fight it, so it was much better to watch it. But yeah, you guys, I think after the first, because that was shrines. After the first objective, I think you guys just hit the pedal to the metal and kind of kept them on the back foot. It didn't look
There
like
was
they had much
there
of
was
an
the one
answer.
team wipe that at the end, which was my bad call actually. I
Yeah, look,
thought our
you guys did
I thought our
overstay.
I thought our noob was with us, but he was actually dead. So I was like, "Push! We got 6 against 5 because we had the
Yeah,
Punisher, but we did not." And then finally, Varian's build, anti Phoenix build, effectively worked. He just jumped in and
yep.
just insta killed me. And
Shield breaker. We love that. We love that for the team.
oh, we had 3 people with shields, so it was a good pick.
Yeah, absolutely. But it came around. It was just a blip in the radar before you guys finished it up, and then game 2 felt like it was going to go the same way, and then the DC on everybody seemed to ice you guys out, and they managed to figure something out and start coming back.
Yeah, the DC actually did kind of screw us up a little bit because we could have gotten the bottom keep at
Yeah,
that point. I think instantly, but just
yeah, you guys were in the
in the
middle of
end,
the push for sure.
yeah, we were sweating a little bit. Let's just say that way. We're just thankfully we had the pressure at the bottom, and like on that last fight, I was essentially telling our guys like, don't like go engage now. Even if we lose the team fight, we'll just win on
Yeah.
winions, and that's pretty much what happened.
Yeah, I saw when they got to turning, I was like, this might turn, and then I saw the cats were bombing the core, and I was like, that's
Yeah,
just no, and that's rough. I don't know, man. I feel like everyone's had that game on Tomb where like you're down and out, and you're dragging it for 30 minutes, clawing your way back, and then you lose to a couple of catapults, and it just it feels
yeah,
bad. But they had some. I mean, there was some solid moshes coming out, some good death moshes. Like it felt like they turned on at 20, and they were making a statement.
yeah. We were running scared after 20. Let's just say we did. We have to be very careful in those fights. We did not want to fight anymore.
For a brief moment, I thought that they were living up to the community pizza name because we have had our own share of epic base defenses for wins, and I thought maybe they were tapping into being the spiritual successor, but catapults always say no to that. But
Yeah, it's tough with Asmo, who can just like push those lanes so quickly, like kill a whole wave in one shot or two waves.
yeah, man, I tell you what, I respect your offlaning. You've always been a nuisance whenever I've played you, and you lived up to it today. So I think that puts. Let me see. I got to bring up the right screen because I want to take a peek for it. That puts you guys. My screen is too small, so that
Hopefully
puts
not
you at
last.
8. So you guys will be. You guys are smack in the middle, right there in 5th place at the time. Uh, so it's the start of your guys' momentum back up the rankings. You know.
It's tough. This division is way like we played in Div E a couple years ago and we
Yeah.
kind of rolled it, but
I
this
wouldn't know what you're
division.
talking about. I was not part of that. Not part of the the guys getting trounced. No
But
humble bragging here.
this division is significantly tougher. Like,
I will say I
yeah,
was I we retired. I retired after being E champs last season, so I had to go out on a high note. And I was excited to cast this division this season because it looks like there's a lot of people that beat me in Div E in this division that I get to talk some crap on while I watch you guys. So, but no, it's good to get back in the saddle and watch you guys all play. I don't have to worry about it anymore. Um,
you should get back into it. It's fun.
you know, I, 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 I deal enough with the Rooster Pizza boys as it is. I don't need to get involved in the play side for now. Uh, I will wrap up my questioning of you with my new standby. If you had to add a hero to Heroes of the Storm tomorrow, who would you add?
Like the new hero,
If you could add anybody to the game tomorrow, who would you add?
I would add a hero from I forget his name from Dota. I used to play Dota way back in the day. I don't know if you played it. Spirit Breaker, the equivalent of Spirit Breaker from
I
Dota.
I I've played about 7 games of Dota, and about
Okay.
6 of them were on Venomancer, and I was like, that's good enough. I'm fine.
It's a hero that he essentially he YOLOs in and he can just YOLO win. Like Dota's a different game and you can YOLO
Yeah,
win.
we
So
love the YOLO heroes, so I
yeah,
respect it. The floor is yours for shout outs if you wanna let people know about any movies you're in that are coming out, maybe any books you are publishing in the next week. Yeah, the floor is yours to
I
let
don't have
anyone
any
know.
books. Although I'm excited about the new Shogun series coming out on Netflix. So
Yeah, it looks good.
yeah, so that's probably it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be wrap it up. I've got FF7 coming out in 2 days, so my casting is done for the week, so I can go be feral and degenerate. So no one call animal control on me. Good game to you, sir. Good luck in the future. I'll try to catch another round or two for you guys for some casting
Um,
action, but uh, give my
yeah,
my well wishes to the rest of your squad.
if we see you next time, I'll try to make sure we get a murky game in there for you.
You know what? I called it out at the beginning. I was like, these guys have a murky, and I don't know. You can't ban out Denominator. I know that. You can't ban him out. He's got too much in the tank. So, but for sure, like I said, carry on my well wishes to the rest of your group, and good luck.
Will do. All right, thank you.
All right, have
Okay,
a good one.
cheers. Cheers.
To the rest of you out in TV land, thank you for joining us. Sorry for the technical hiccups, those caused by me personally, those not caused by me personally. I don't. That was a heck of a crazy DC and pause and all the other nonsense that was happening. But we had a good time. Rooster Pizza looked like they were on the verge, and we're excited for them. It was very close. In any case, have yourself a pleasant evening. We'll see you next time here on Gerudo King's casting channel. And in the meantime, go stop Shinra. Peace.